Obama has been at the center of controversy lately. Someone shared this video of the White House press secretary's comments on Obamagate.
Pardoning President Obama for illegally wiretapping out of Trump Towers, illegally spying on U.S. citizens, and other potential has he considered that? Why did the Obama administration use opposition research funded by a political organization and filled with foreign dirt to surveil members of the Trump campaign? Why was Lieutenant General Michael Flynn unmasked? Not by the intel community entirely, but by Obama's chief of staff, by the former Vice President Joe Biden, by Susan Rice, by the Treasury Secretary. I mean, this is extraordinary. And, if it were political appointees in the Trump administration, I can guarantee you I'd have questions in my inbox right now, but apparently Obama's spokesperson does not. Why was Flynn's identity leaked? In a criminal act. It is a criminal act to leak the identity of Michael Flynn to the press, but it happened.
Someone said, looking to the future, the U.S. government should not only arrest those that betray the nation from within, but also reflect upon why such people exist. Perhaps only then will America truly be able to return to the path of tradition. Recently, Chinese human rights lawyer Chen Guangcheng shared about his journey of fleeing mainland China, during which he was blocked by Obama and Hillary Clinton. He shared that in the end, it was Republican Representative Chris Smith that helped him, so he was able to escape successfully. According to Chen, Obama refused to meet with Chinese human rights lawyers during his visit to Beijing, but later he said that there were no human rights lawyers seeking a meeting with him. In reality, many civil rights lawyers waited outside the U.S. embassy, but were later arrested by Beijing. Someone said Mr. Chen Guangcheng is telling the painful truth. Someone recalled a few things of similar nature that the Obama administration did and said they handed over Wang Lijun to Beijing, invited pianist Lang Lang to the White House to perform the widely known anti-American propaganda song My Motherland, which was the theme to film Battle on Shanganling Mountain, about a communist People's Volunteer Army defeating U.S. military in a battle during the Korean War. In this video, Obama accused Trump of causing 170,000 deaths in the U.S.
170,000 Americans dead. Millions of jobs gone, while those at the top taken more than ever. Our worst impulses unleashed. Our proud reputation around the world badly diminished.
Someone said, it may be more accurate to say that the left has been attacking Trump in the name of the pandemic. Someone said, in reality, it is the Chinese Communist Party that should be held accountable for the great losses in the United States amid the pandemic. Someone said, before listening to Chen's speech, I only had a few concerns about the former administration in its dealings with human rights in China. What Chen described exposed its true color. Someone said, I had high hopes for Obama back then, but a series of actions that he took after taking office made me decide to leave the Democratic Party and become an independent voter. Someone shared a post published by the Chinese government's mouthpiece, Xinhua Daily newspaper, on September 11th of 1949. It said, you can say that you have no interest in politics, but you must be sure that politics is highly interested in you. Politics will never let you go because you don't care about politics. So if you don't want to be a poor puppet that gets manipulated by others, you have no choice. That is, you have to care about politics, which is actually equal to caring about yourself. Someone said, I was reminded of those eating show personalities who would have thought that they will also one day be targeted by the CCP's politics. Someone said, it's ironic that 75 years ago, the CCP strongly encouraged people to care about politics. But if people try to engage with politics today, clearly they would be seen as committing a serious crime. The CCP controls speech internally. Externally, it seeks to manipulate public opinion. Facebook recently shut down 155 fake accounts, 11 pages, and 9 groups traced to Fujian province in mainland China. It was said that the CCP used these accounts to share pro-Biden and anti-Trump posts, which is interfering in the U.S. presidential elections. Someone said, I've lived in the United States for 32 years now and have witnessed 8 presidential elections. I have never seen such a scene like today. At the Republican Party's convention, conservatives gathered, they waved the American flag and proudly shouted USA. But at the Democratic National Convention, they supported the Black Lives Matter and wanted to burn the American flag. At this time, choosing between the Republican Party and the Democratic Party is equal to choosing between America and anti-America. Someone said an increasing number of people have felt the crisis currently seen in America. However, it was the American people that chose Obama to be the president of the United States for 8 years. Someone said the image and identity of those who participated in the Democratic National Convention are also unacceptable. It was said that these in the video are supporters of the American left.
International chess games, so really doesn't matter. And all I care about is build a wall. We're gonna build a wall. Well, how about building a fucking wall when the government goes for 400 pounds? And the left woman doesn't stop at 280. It's fucking all too far.
It was said that these are leaders of the Antifa organization. This is also a supporter of the left wing. This one too. The family in this photo is representative of the right-wing families in the United States. This is Ivanka Trump, educated by a right-wing American family.
Generally by titles, because I think the reality is that all of us are working hard at all the things that make us who we are.
In this video, Trump shared a few things that many traditional families require of their children.
Take drugs. Don't drink alcohol. Don't smoke. Enjoy your life, okay? No drugs, no alcohol, no smoke. All right? You don't need it. You don't need it. Causes a lot of problems, so just remember that. If you learn one thing, I didn't come up here to say that, but I will say it. I say it all the time to my kids. I've said it from the time Ivanka was a little girl. Every day I'd say, Ivanka, no drugs, no alcohol, no smoking, nothing. And she'd say, Dad, enough already. I'd say it so much. So I'm saying it to you because I mean it.
Someone said Trump himself set a good example for his children. In fact, what he required is very similar to what traditional Chinese families require of their children as well. Some people may not understand the pornography opposed by the American right. Someone shared a video about Biden and said, this is what the American right can never accept.
I am an expert in the fields of sexual violence, family violence, and trauma. It's really hard to just look at somebody and say, that person's a predator. What you have to do is look at the behaviors and listen to the things that they say.
We met before. It's hard to forget those eyes. Look at those eyes. Look at them.
Can I own it just alone?
Very clear warning signs are adults who ignore children's boundaries when it comes to touching, kissing, holding, or tickling. They will engage in those behaviors with the child and continue them despite the fact that a child squirms away or pulls away or voices any sort of discomfort verbally or non-verbally. Most adults take those cues and realize, oh, they don't want to be hugged or tickled right now, and that's fine. Sex offenders and predators just plow right through it. Another is sexualizing a child by talking about dating or their bodies in a way that would not be appropriate for their age.
How old are you, 17? Oh, 6. You're turning 11. You're beautiful. Just remember, no dates to your 30. No dates to your 30 years old.
In my field, we often say that child sex predators don't just groom children, they groom families and communities. Seeing these behaviors in an adult doesn't mean that adult is a predator or would ever harm a child. But what it does do is it sets that child up to grow up in a world where they view these violations of personal space as normal, and that's unacceptable. Everyone, regardless of their gender expression or age, deserves to walk through this world with their physical boundaries intact and not living in fear that they'll be violated. Offenders have depended on not only the silence of their victims, but our silence. If we allow children the permission to say no or speak up for them when they can't, we're going to go a long way in preventing so much harm.
take you in. Child, we will bring you home. You'll be a flower that sees the spring. Soon a dove flying high